Okay, final check. Looks like sound is on. Just a minute. And five, four, three, two, one. Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. How is everybody doing? I hope you're well wherever you are in the world. It's been a fun week since our last live stream, and we're back with our new live stream. I was going to do this every day, but I decided to just do it once a week because I didn't realize how much effort you have to make when it comes to creating on YouTube. So I've been busy up until Tuesday creating clips off my last live stream. The last live stream did go very well. Just make sure the sound's off on I'm watching myself to make sure everything's okay. Yeah, I've been clipping up the last live stream. I've done about 3 clips, and it's nice to see that they're getting views already. Thank you for watching if you have been watching already. Thank you to those who subscribed recently. I'd also like to let you know that we're going to continue with this, but it's still a grand experiment. But again, this is the series right now. What is in the teacher's internet web history? What does Mr. James do when he's not teaching English online? And don't forget, you can find links in the description if you're looking for online classes or group online classes. Reach out to me. There's connections to my social media and WhatsApp. You can come and chat with me, and I can help you to increase your English ability, whether you want to pass an IELTS exam or any kind of thing you want to do with English. Reach out to me, and we can create some custom lesson plans. Or if you just want to listen passively or even actively on the live stream, you're more than welcome to do that. I will never ask you for money on this free part of the stream. This is all just going to be on YouTube, and we'll probably expand it out to other social medias into the future, but we'll start here with YouTube. I believe YouTube is the best one for what I'm trying to do, and I really like the way Google's done it. In fact, I liked it so much that I bought it as a stock on the American stock market. So I hope the price of Google goes up higher and higher, and we continue to have this great service. All right, with that said, I've been loading up lots of ideas into a Google Doc for what I can share with you into the future. But let's just take a step back. I want to do a follow-up from the last live stream. I'm going to change screen so you can see my share screen. Okay, follow up. We're going to talk about Prometheus 2012. So in the last live stream, I was talking about chronological orders for watching movies, and I ended up checking out Prometheus again yesterday. I watched it years ago, and would you believe I actually fell asleep when I tried to watch this years ago? So bizarre. I think I was quite young, and it was a late night movie, and I just passed out, so I missed a lot of the story. And then I watched it again a few years ago, got a little bit better at it. But I have a theory sometimes. I think when you're in your 20s or 30s, you're more likely to fall asleep in movies. I think as I've got into my 40s, I'm actually paying attention more. Or maybe it's just because I'm thinking about this when I'm thinking about my live stream and my YouTube channel, because I really wanted to capture the essence of this movie a little bit more for the purpose of expanding your English and keeping a stimulated conversation going. So yes, I did watch this yesterday, and holy shit, it's better than I thought. And then I usually take a nap in the afternoon, and it was a little harder to take a nap after watching this because, yeah, I really watched it quite closely just to capture what I wanted to capture for the live stream. But yeah, great movie. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. I believe it's on Disney right now, but you can find other ways to watch it. I'm not going to recommend it here, but the official one is Disney subscription. I'm not sure if they have any promotions, how much it is in your country. Generally, the prices are not the same as if you're in an English country to a country that's developing. Sometimes they're a lot cheaper. So if English is your second language, there's a good chance that in your country it might be cheaper to get this on a Disney subscription. Sometimes they're even free, I think, but they'll put ads on it. I think there's other free streaming services as well, but it comes down to your VPN and what you know technically about it. Maybe we'll do some talk about that later. But yeah, very good movie, very good overview. Spoiler alert though, some of the stuff I might talk about here might might take away from the story. But basically, if you look at the three characters here, this guy is actually an android robot in the future, right? If you remember the timeline, I think it's like 2080 in the timeline. We might want to check that again. I think if you go here, we can find that. Let's just check, make sure everything's looking good technically. Yeah, we're recording, we're live, everything's good there. So let's click this. So I'm not going to look at the trailer, but yeah, following the clues to the origin of mankind, a team finds a structure on a distant moon, but they soon realize they are not alone. Okay, so they in the story they basically go to a distant planet in the future, and they're trying to find the origins of mankind, like where do we come from? And they meet these different alien races. And unfortunately, the ones that they really wanted to meet are not that friendly, and it doesn't go very well. But the other thing that they find there is a basically what you could call a biological weapon. Let's have a look at that as a description. Biological weapon, Cambridge, or bioweapon. I'll zoom in on this a little bit. Okay. So what is a bioweapon? A living substance such as bacteria. Let's just close that. Used to intentionally cause damage or death to people, animals, or crops. Yes, that's definitely what they find on this planet. It's kind of like this black liquid, and it's within another alien race's spaceship that landed there, and it's kind of sealed off, and they go in there and they explore it, and then before you know it, all hell breaks loose, and it's not a happy ending for most of the crew on the board. I'll say that again, crew, like the people that are working. Crew, Cambridge. So the people that are on the ship, that's basically what it is. A group of people who work together, especially all those who work and operate a ship, aircraft. Oh, what a lovely ad. 28-day beginner chair workouts. Challenge yourself for men over 40. I wonder why it's advertising this. It's probably advertising this because I'm over 40 and they're thinking, you must look like this. So let's give you this ad. That's very, very interesting. Here's another one. We're looking for men, the Tai Chi program, who haven't exercised in years and want to start body transformation. Challenge till mid-autumn 2025. This guy is jacked and he looks fabulous. But guess what? That's not actually a real person. Oh, here's another one. If you got 12 correct answers in this quiz, you have an IQ about above 140. Take the quiz. Anyway, at least they're trying. It's all about marketing, right? Everyone's trying to hustle. Everyone's trying to make money. But yeah, some of these AI pictures you're seeing on work outfits, they're not real at all. Very hard to look like that without some some other kind of enhancements. We'll talk about that later. Let's stay on topic. So yeah, it doesn't go very well for the crew. One of them actually escapes with the android, but she doesn't trust the android, but she kind of has to because without the android, she can't get off the planet and she almost dies because she runs out of oxygen. But really, really good movie. Uh, we'll just continue on now. I'll give you an update. I've just finished watching this. The next one I'm going to watch is Alien Covenant. This is the next one in the series. There's the ugly thing. And you can notice here that the android is still in the picture with this one. This is on the chronological timeline. So these were released not in the correct order. Now I'm just watching it through the story. And then I'm also ready to watch the next one. Here we go. Alien Earth. So this is the new TV series. Okay. So we finished with Prometheus. Then we watched Alien Covenant. And then after that one, the new one that just came out, which is a season one, is apparently the next one in the story. So we'll see how that goes. And then I'll probably continue to watch the rest of them because some of them, it's been years since I've seen them. So I'll let you know. And let me know too in the live chat, or if you're in the future and you missed the live chat, are you familiar with this program? Let me know if it's popular in your country. And also, have I piqued your interest? Is this something you might want to check out? I'm not sure if you're into science fiction, but let me know if you are. And if you are into other things, let me know what you're into too. You can practice your English in the comments section. Let's move on. So the next thing I want to share with you is something funny. I'm not actually going to play this video. Oh, damn, the ads are coming up. No, get out of here. I'll go back to this page. This is the page. So, oh, please shut up. Stop. Go away, please. All right, I'm gonna have to cut this. I don't want to get flagged on it. But here's a recommendation to a channel that I really enjoy. This is something else that's in my internet history. This is clips from a very popular podcast by two famous comedians and a bunch of other comedians that work with them, Tom Segura and Christina P. Been doing this podcast for years, and these are clips from this podcast. This is called YMH Clips, but you can also go to YMH Studios. You can just search it up here and it'll come up. But they take the best clips and they repost them. And they have some fabulous things. I've clicked most popular, and we're just going to use this as an example. So they did a video that was quite popular on their channel about a year ago that got 1.9 million views. And I want to show you the power of Gemini and how I've used it in the past to enjoy YouTube a little bit more and also to help me as an English teacher because this channel is fabulous for when it comes to hearing real comedians speak English in a very funny way that can help you as an English learner to get more natural because they're going to talk about things that are not going to be in the textbooks. So one of the first things I do, I can do this with any YouTube video, but I like comedy, so I tend to do it with comedy a lot, but you can do it for any video. Um, what I tend to do is I say to Gemini, as I say, hey, Gem, I'll just voice this today. Let's try that again, save some time. Hey, Gemini, can you summarize this video for me, please? And then what it does is it gives you a summary of the video, like you watched it. So this video was entitled "The Most Hated Person on TikTok." YMH highlight discusses the phenomenon of a seemingly harmless content creator receiving a massive amount of hatred online. Here is the subject of discussion. The subject, the hosts. Okay, so this is the name of the lady that they hate online, that the two comedians are talking about. Caitlin Campbell, a 29-year-old small business owner of a coffee shop who posts benign day in the life videos. So she's just talking about her day typically, her routine, going to the gym, and documenting her work. The hate, despite her video being uncontroversial, her Instagram comments section is consistently filled with thousands of extremely hateful comments, and it even gives you this timestamp. The comments are relentless, often demanding she delete her account, questioning her gender, or simply expressing pure hatred for all over the world, even from Australia. Oh dear. Australia, how could you? I thought we used to be, there's a clue for where I'm from. I thought we used to be the land of have a go, but it looks like we're just turning out to to be a nation of haters, or at least the people that are watching this do not like what they're seeing. The host's reaction. So this is the comedians that are talking about it. The hosts are perplexed by the intensity of the hatred, noting that her content is so benign and she's just living her life. There's no reason to hate this woman. They observe that for many commenters, the hating seems to be like sport, right? So they're saying that there's other ones. This is just one of them, but there's other ones where people really hate the content creators on Instagram. The platform difference. The key revelation of this video is the contrast between her Instagram and TikTok presence. Okay, she is intensely hated on Instagram, and the comment sections are filled with vitriol. That's a new word for you. We might do a vocabulary on that soon. But basically, simply, it's just really nasty. They're not being nice to her at all. But on the other hand, TikTok, she is beloved with 1 million followers and receives nothing but positive comments and support from the same type of content. The exact same video on TikTok is loved. The exact same video on Instagram is hated. Conclusion. The hosts conclude that the two platforms have different cultures. TikTok is portrayed as younger and more accepting of difference, younger generation, while Instagram is described as more superficial, meaner, and awful, and increasingly turning into Twitter. So Twitter is quite bad for negative comments too. They suggest that she is being rewarded on TikTok and shredded on Instagram for the same material. I've watched this video, and please, actually, I can probably post this in the chat. Please go and watch this video. You can always pause my video and go and look at this and then come back to me. Definitely worth a subscribe to. Let's see if I can get this into the live chat. I think you'll just see it up here for a minute. Put this link in the live chat for you. Does it let me do it? I think it does. This is the first time. Bear with me. Okay. Can I paste it in there? There it is. Okay. So the video that I won't show on my stream is now, let's go back here. The link is now in the live chat. I can see it there, which is good. So if you want to click that, that'll be there on the recording, and then I'll throw it in the description, maybe even the comments later, so you can go review it. And it is really good. This is the sort of stuff I watch when I'm not working or teaching. That's what I put. So I'll show you the next part. So okay, there it is. It shows the highlight. So this is what I tend to do after this, and I might even go a little further today. I could say this to Gemini. I could say, Gemini, can you go back through the video and extract all the vocabulary to help people that are learning English as a second language. I'd like to teach them some vocabulary. Can you do that now, please? Let's around it. Does pretty good stuff there too, but for just this, it's vocabulary. All right, great idea. Analyzing the content for your vocabulary. It's an excellent way to learn English. Here is a list of useful vocabulary and phrases extracted from the video, including simple definitions and timestamps where the word appears in the context. So you can do this for yourself too. It's just a little tip to help you learn more English. Okay, first word, a small business owner, a person who owns and runs a small company or shop. So the lady in the video that everyone loves on TikTok and hates on Instagram, that's what she is. She's a small business owner that has a coffee business filled with hate, completely full of angry, negative, or mean comments. Scroll by to move content quickly past your view on a computer or phone screen. Red flag, a sign of danger, warning, or problem. It shows that something is wrong or suspicious. Authentic, real or genuine, not fake. Someone was saying delete your account to permanently remove your profile and all your information from a website or social media service. Benign, harmless, gentle, or kind. So that's the opposite of the hatred she's getting. Not likely to cause trouble. Evoke, to bring a feeling of memory or image into the mind. Why does she invoke so much hatred? Why do they hate her so much? Because she doesn't seem like a problem at all. Psychotic. It's basically online bullying, I think, in Instagram, right? Used informally here to, used informally here to mean crazy, extremely strange, or unreasonable. Psychotic. Coffee crawl, an informal tour, an informal tour, where a group visits many different coffee shops, one after another, an informal tour. Let's take a tour. Incredible, extremely good, amazing, or wonderful, regarded, used here as a very offensive and rude insult, a misspelling or a slur, meaning ignorant or stupid. Deserve all of this, to feel that someone should receive the bad treatment they are getting. A meager account, I think, meager, a social media account that has a very small or insufficient number of followers. Self-correcting, the process of fixing itself or its own problems without needing outside help. Recycle the same outfits, to wear the same clothes again and again instead of new ones. Sexually assaulted. These are getting off topic a bit. I don't remember those ones being in here as much with this video that I watched. Uh, okay, undefeatable. Unable to be defeated or overcome, always positive despite challenges. Wretched, extremely bad, unpleasant, or terrible. To get triggered, to have strong emotional reactions, often negative, to something that reminds you of past feelings or experience. Hates her guts, an informal phrase to strongly dislike or despise someone very much. A stretch, used to mean an exaggeration or overstatement, something that is not completely true. That's what you see all the time on social media. People behave very differently, totally different vibe, a completely different atmosphere, feeling, or mood. So the difference in vibe on TikTok to Instagram is quite vast, very different. Okay, flag. They'll flag you to make something as violating the rules or inappropriate, so it can be removed. Yeah, I'm surprised Instagram doesn't remove some of these comments. I think they would on some other platforms. Stir some shit. That's what people are doing on Instagram. A slang phrase meaning to cause trouble or conflict. Nutty, used informally to mean crazy, silly, or strange. So if you look at this vocabulary that I've just gone through with you, you can expand more on it. You can ask Gemini more questions about these, give us some more examples. But the best way is to watch the video and then to put it into context. Okay. So something else you can do with Gemini that I've done too. Let's try this again. Hey Gemini, can you give us some suggestions for discussions about this video? Help people to practice their English again, please. Stuff to help you practice English and make my job as an English teacher much better. That's a fantastic way to turn watching a video into a speaking lesson. Here are several discussions to help people improve their fluency and comprehension. So you can answer these in the comments section or on the live stream. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone in the live stream yet because we're a new channel, but in the comments section in the future, you could do this. So comprehension and summary practice. These questions check if the learners understood the points. So who is Caitlin Campbell and what kind of videos does she post? So that's the lady in the video that the two comedians are talking about, Christina and Tom. What is the main problem she faces on social media? Again, answer in the comments. How does the video contrast her experience on Instagram versus TikTok? Why do the hosts think this difference exists? According to the hosts, what two things do you need to watch out for if you want to lose weight in reference to her fitness? Okay, so I think the lady does have a bit of a weight problem, but she's actively trying to make her body better in the gym. Okay, the next part, opinion or debate, fluency practice. These questions encourage deeper conversation and practice expressing and defending opinions. So, for example, do you agree with the hosts that social media platforms should let people stir some shit? Remember that in the vocabulary, meaning that they're allowing these negative comments or hateful comments or cause trouble? Or should they be flagged? Should they be removed? If someone's being really hateful to someone, do you think they should be removed? Let us know in the comments. Or why? And why, sorry, why should they be removed or why should they not be removed? For example, some people might say, an American company should continue to enjoy free speech. And this has been attacked in recent years. Even if English isn't your second language, you would know, sorry, if English isn't your first language, you would know that this has been a problem over the last 5 years, maybe even a little longer, where people are getting removed for speaking the truth. Maybe not necessarily being mean to anyone. But yeah, do you think these comments should be removed? Why or why not? The next one, the host said bullying is back. This is basically what it is. Online bullying is back. And they were thrilled because everyone was pretending to be nice. Trust the comedians to say that. That's why we love comedians. Tell the truth. Do you agree with this cynical view of online kindness? I don't know if that's the right word, kindness, but do you agree with bullying? Is it important that we bully people, or should we be nice even though maybe inside we might want to bully? But again, this behavior is very different to the real world. You might find that these people would never say that to her in the real world. Next one. Why do you think people feel the need to send such wretched, terrible comments to a stranger that evokes bringing out this hatred? I actually do remember they showed another lady. I'll see if I can get the clip of that. Beautiful woman doing Instagram, I think. And the hatred she was getting was pretty bad, but it was funny because the hatred she was getting were from men that she posted pictures of, like put their profile picture up of what the men were saying about her. And you could tell that the men in the picture didn't look like the kind of men that had their life together. So I thought that was pretty interesting too. I'm just going to check the stream. Yeah, this is looking good. Still recording. Coming up 30 minutes. We're going to have to finish up soon. Is it important for a platform to protect free speech, let people say anything, or protect its users from harassment, meaning mean contents? Sorry, mean comments. Let us know in the comments section. Okay. Vocabulary and context. Wow, Gemini's really done the next part too. Can you describe a situation in which you saw a clear red flag or a warning sign? So maybe something that you saw in the real world, or let's just stick with online, I think. Saw a red flag on a video. Caitlin's content is described as benign, meaning harmless. What type of social media content do you think is not benign? Talk about things that you've seen on social media that are questionable. Another thing you could do if you're watching this with other English learners, maybe you could just pause the video and you could just practice these out loud with each other. Have you ever felt like a piece of news or a statement was a bit of a stretch, exaggeration? Explain why. Sometimes we see these things that we think that can't be true. I remember not too long ago, I saw an AI video. I didn't watch it because it just looked too horrific, but it was an AI created video of an okra um, attacking a trainer in like a SeaWorld theme park where they do shows for the people who come to visit and want to see the sea animals. And I was like, oh, I think that looks a bit real. I don't want to see it because it's too disturbing. But at the same time, I found out later that it was a fake video. But yeah, things are getting a bit strange with the AI video creations. The two platforms have a totally different vibe, meaning TikTok and Instagram. Describe the vibe of your favorite social media platform using some of the new vocabulary. And again, if you want to practice with me in the comments section, I'll reply in the comments section to get help you with how to answer these if you're not sure. I won't do it on the live stream at the moment. Okay, next, number 4. Wow, they've really gone all out. These questions allow learners to relate to their own experiences. Okay, another question. Have you ever had to scroll by content that made you feel uncomfortable or triggered? I just explained to you I didn't like the AI video of the okra attacking a SeaWorld trainer. Has this ever happened to you? Would you rather be a small business owner like Caitlin or work for a big company? You know, she's taken some risks just putting herself out there with all the hate on one platform. If you just work for a big company, you wouldn't have to worry about that. But then there would be other challenges working for a big company. So, yeah, see if you can explain why. If you posted a day in the life video, what details would you worry? Sorry, what details would you worry might be a red flag to the haters? Okay, so yeah, a lot of people will not post on social media because they're worried about this kind of thing. Personally, I have never been attacked, but I'll probably have some negative comments in the future at some point. But I'm at the point in my life where I really don't care about it. But this is a big struggle why some people, even though they want to start a social media account, they won't do it because they don't want to be a victim. I would say just start it anyway. Whatever doesn't kill you will make you stronger. Okay, things are looking good here. Next one, it says here the video shows people who hate her guts. Have you ever strongly disliked someone you've only met online? That's a great question. I've actually got one. I won't say hate, but pretty disappointed. I saw a video recently of a guy that was traveling through Japan and Korea. I forget his name, something Somali. I might feature him in a video in the future. But basically, he went to Japan. He was very disrespectful to the culture of Japan. He was also very disrespectful to the Koreans. But he got into some big trouble. So at least he's paying for that now. He may even have to spend some time in jail in Korea. If they let him go, I'm not sure if he'll learn his lesson and continue to create chaos in another country. But it's pretty rare that I say that about something. But this guy was extraordinarily disrespectful as a foreigner. And there we have it. That concludes what AI is capable of in in a YouTube video. So you could go out and you could pick videos. Let me just change the screen because I'm going to finish up soon. So you could go out and you could find your favorite videos on YouTube and you could do what I just did in the chat, and then you could apply what I just applied in the chat, and it could help you to improve your English, right? You could probably even translate a lot of this stuff too, and you could learn vocabulary that way. But that's a story for another time. It's coming up to the hour. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Let me know what you would like in the future on this channel, and we'll continue to clip these up so you can get bite-sized lessons too, as we are starting to get a little bit of traction. Let me know what you would also like to see on this channel. And if you really if you really appreciated what I did today, let us know by hitting the like button. And if you'd like to be notified next time I go online, subscribe and hit the bell, and we'll continue to push out this content. And let us know in the comments if you'd like us to cover something specific. I'm just basically doing stuff that I like to do. But if you've got stuff that you would like me to cover, I'm happy to help you out. And of course, if you're looking for an online teacher, you can reach out to me in the description and in the comments section. I've got my contact details there. If you're looking to learn something specific with English, or you want help with passing an exam like IELTS, I'm your online teacher available. I do have availability at the moment, but sometimes I get really busy too. It would be really good to have you along for the ride, and hopefully we can create some more fun together. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one.